Oh.
Now there's a sign of spring right there.
Nice.
Watching that cork go down, pre-spawn crappies. To me, that's just as good a sign of spring as lilacs blooming.
That's a huge one, man.
Yeah, go ahead and put that one in the sack for me, bud.
That is big,
oh,
big.
Yeah.
That's what we came out here for. Sweet.
Thanks, Jeremy. Yep.
Oh, part doubled up. Doubled up. Look at that.
Should I see if there's room in the sack for you, Jer Bear?
Oh, this one's not quite as big as yours, buddy. There we go. How about that? Nice crappie. I want to share with you what the system that we're using for catching these crappies. So it's pretty simple. You can really get away with pan fishing if you're fishing with 7-foot rod is an ideal length for this. This happens to be St. Croix's panfish series of rods. This is a 7-foot light, extra fast. The ultimate panfish rod that I've ever encountered. You can get away with that same action that you'd use for a live bait fishing for walleyes. Now, one thing that I'll say is key to pan fishing, and I think, in my opinion, has revolutionized pan fishing, is the line. This is Suffolk's Nano Braid. You can cast tiny baits a mile. You can fish in heavy cover like you would for bass and cut through this stuff, and it's just truly, truly amazing stuff. So I fish 6-pound on all my panfish stuff. Then of course I've got this on a little Daiwa Revros. This is a very affordable reel, but you don't have to deal with bad line management issues. There's no wind knots with this deal. The drag is smooth. This system is all you need to catch lots and lots of crappies.
Such a wide variety of artificials available to fish underneath floats. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's available.
Jigs come in all different sizes, shapes, and profiles, and not any one is right or wrong. When it comes to pre-rigged jigs and soft plastics, the VMC flap tail is a great option. The little beaver tail shape on the jig moves with the slightest bit of motion and triggers finicky fish into biting. If you're gonna rig your own jig, the VMC Moon Eye is my favorite. I love the big bite bait crappie minnow rigged on the back. This plastic has a very thin tail that teases crappies into striking. When it comes to hair or flashaboo, VMC makes a marabou jig that breathes in the water with the slightest motion. And the hot skirts jig has flashaboo fibers that pick up the slightest light and attracts bites. All 4 of these jigs can be players at this pre-spawn time frame, and you have to try all 4 to let the fish tell you what they want. In many instances, one will outproduce the other 5 to 1, so you're gonna need to be prepared with everything. The great thing about fishing floats is your bait is always working. As long as it's wet, you're fishing. Even if you gotta run back and net a fish for your buddy, chances are when you come back to look for your float, if you're on a hot bite, it's gonna be gone, and you're gonna get to catch a fish. So you're always fishing.
You know, that Nano Braid that we're using today is sure a superior product. The way that you're able to tighten up on the fish when you're able to cast these corks a mile out.
Oh, like that?
Just like that. But how tight you can get on the fish with that braid.
It is amazing. You know, and the thing with cork fishing, you've done it too.
Ooh,
in the
let
spring.
me get that one in the sack for you,
it's a
Jeremy.
nice one. The
no?
Chances are if you're in the spring, out here in the spring, you've dealt with wind before. And that's one thing about having braided line is you're gonna have a bow in your line from the wind no matter what you do. And being able to just reel down quickly and get hooks into the fish with that braid, as long as you start to get the rod loaded, these little fine wire hooks are gonna find their way into the mouth of the crappie. So braid is not only huge for cutting through cover, casting further, but also because you're dealing with wind, it helps you get the hooks into fish when you've got that bow in your line and you're fishing in the wind.
Sometimes you just got to be able to give in, and when a guy's really out fishing in the front of the boat, you just got to be able to go through his tackle box and see what he's catching them on. And you know, when you're with a guy like Jeremy that's got a tackle box full of different artificials, eventually you're going to be able to copy him enough to get the bite that he's on.
Here's another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. Uh-oh, he cut through my lily pad. That was kind of my marker on where the fish were. Oh, and it's a leaper. It's a leaper. We were netting these fish before, but you get to a point in the day when you're catching these things one after the other, and you start just lifting them in. Another reason for braid. Gosh, those are nice fish, man. Aren't they beautiful? Such a spectacular critter. I don't know anybody that doesn't love the opportunity to go catch crappies, man. I don't care if you're a muskie fisherman or a bass head. You get on a hot bite where your cork goes down, it's just straight up a good time. I don't care what you say. The colors on those things, aren't they just special? I mean, that is a beautiful fish. The iridescence, the greens, the purples, the yellows, the silver. Huh.